Business continuity planning. Business continuity is having a plan to deal with major disruption like cyber attacks, floods, and supply failures. A disaster recovery refers to an organization's ability to recover from a disaster and/or an unexpected event and resume normal operations. While disaster recovery and business continuity are closely related, they are not actually the same thing. The key difference between the two is in their scope. The 7 phases of a business continuity plan phase is a complex arrangement of the critical processes that allow for continuation of business activities after an emergency. Develop a business continuity plan policy. Should be a part of the overall integrated control framework. Conduct business impact analysis. Inventory all key business processes. Statement of impact. Threat analysis. Establish recovery targets. Define recovery time objectives and recovery point objectives. Develop recovery and continuity strategies and plans. Choose proper recovery sites. Choose backup solutions. Test the recovery and continuity plans and procedures. Choose appropriate test plans and test regularly. Train personnel. Regularly train individuals. And finally, periodically update and maintain the plan. Maintain strategies, plans, and procedures through periodic reviews and updates. Basic terms of business continuity planning and disaster recovery. Recovery time objective is the maximum desired length of time allowed between an unexpected failure or disaster and the resumption of normal operations and service levels. Recovery point objective, this refers to the maximum data loss from the onset of a disaster. RPO, or recovery point objective, is focused solely on the issue of backup frequency. Maximum tolerable downtime is the time after which the process being unavailable creates irreversible consequences. A business impact analysis. It is a systematic process to determine and evaluate the potential effects of an interruption to critical business operations as a result of a disaster, accident, or emergency. The impact may be in the form of qualitative or a quantitative. To perform this business impact analysis, it is essential to understand structure and culture of the organization, key business processes, acceptable risk, risk tolerance, and critical IT and physical resources. A business impact analysis predicts the consequences of disruption of a business function and process and gathers information needed to develop recovery strategies. Potential loss scenarios should be identified during a risk assessment. Disaster recovery sites is a facility an organization can use to recover and restore its technology infrastructure and operations when its primary data center becomes unavailable. It should be chosen on the basis of recovery strategies, your recovery point objective, and your recovery time objective. Cold sites. A cold disaster recovery site is the most simplistic type of disaster recovery site. It consists of elements to provide power and networking capability as well as cooling. A warm site. A warm site contains all the elements of a cold site, adding to them additional elements including storage hardware such as tape or disk drives, along with both servers and switches. Warm sites are ready to go. Hot sites. A hot site is a fully functional backup that has important data mirrored to it. Disaster recovery testing. It is the examination of each step in a disaster recovery plan as outlined in an organization's business continuity, disaster recovery, or BCDR planning process. It should be done periodically. Here are the 5 types of recovery tests. A document or paper test. Individuals read and annotate recovery plans. Sometimes a document paper test is called a tabletop. A walkthrough test. Groups walk through plans to identify issues and changes. A simulation goes through a simulated disaster to identify whether emergency response plans are adequate. Think of a fire drill. Parallel test. Recovery systems are built, set up, and tested to see if they can perform actual business transactions to support key processes. Primary systems still carry the full production workload. Cutover test. Recovery systems are built, set up to assume the full production workload. you disconnect primary systems. Let us review some key points covered in this lesson. Incident management is a process of developing and maintaining the capability to manage incidents within an organization. Digital forensics examines digital media with the aim of identifying, preserving,